here working out these issues with my new system and getting things squared away. But welcome, everybody. Glad to have you here and glad to share another Sunday at 5 o'clock with you. And well, today is going to be an interesting one because today I'm naming the event, and it's going to be called Think Tank, because what we do here is we think, we promote, we share information in order to make sure that we are abreast of what's going. So this is a group for business people, and we want to make sure that we are aware of what things are happening out there. So again, welcome everybody. My name is Raul Morales. I'm coming to you from Orlando, Florida, and just wanted to share with you a little bit about what's going on in the world, but also give you some thought processes, right? We're not political, we're not religious, we just want to talk about business. So the tagline, what was it? Do you have a why? Do you have a why? Because without a why, you are a guppy in somebody's pond. Wouldn't you rather be a shark in your own pond? So welcome to everybody. All of you who are in the live, just go ahead and click below. Let me know where you're coming from, where you're connecting from, and love to chat with you. Anybody on the replay, just drop me a replay and let me know where you're connecting from. Remember, we come here to share information, and I help people, entrepreneurs and people who are looking to make extra money, how to connect to the web and how to leverage the web to make extra income. That's the purpose. That's the purpose here. So basically, what we're going to talk today is, what are your principles? What is it that you do that you want to move forward in? You want to move forward in your life, in your career, whatever it might be, because the principles you follow are the how will I call it, are the results you're gonna get. And so anyway, that is you need to set what are your different principles to different people, and you have to understand that's the foundation of the success of everybody, is what are the principles. What separates the best from the mediocre is the effort that they put forth because of the principles that they have. That's what separates those people, and you have to think about it. Helen Keller said, Helen Keller, if you know who Helen Keller is, she was blind. She was blind, and shortly after being born, she was blind, and her quote was, a reporter asked her one time, what's worse than not having sight? And her response was, worse that not than being blind is having sight but not having vision. And what she meant by that is, many of us have sight, we see, but we don't have vision. We don't have vision going forward. We don't have vision into the future that we can see, and we can move forward and have something to strive for. Success is as simple as having a goal or a vision and making a decision, just making a decision that you're going to do it. It's like, it reminds me of the analogy or the anecdote where a gentleman they ask a wise man, and they ask him, when do you want it so bad? When do you want to dream? How do you want to dream, or when do you want to dream so bad? And he says, follow me, and he takes the gentleman into a river, and then he grabs the gentleman and sinks him in the water and holds him under the water for an extended period of time. Then he pulls him out and says, what were you thinking of? And he said, all I can think of is, I wanted air. He says, when you want your dream as bad as you wanted the air, that's when you made the decision that you're going to achieve it. So that's what you have to remember. You have to have the entrepreneur mindset. An entrepreneur, by definition, an entrepreneur is somebody who sees a problem, takes a problem, upon himself, and looks for a solution and solves it. So an entrepreneur, you can be an entrepreneur in business. You can be an entrepreneur in your job, because you can be an entrepreneur in your job by saying, um, I want to move forward. I want to go up the ladder in your job, right? So you want to become a supervisor, whatever, vice president, maybe you want to become the CEO, and you work towards that. You take on problems and you work towards that, and you go ahead and you achieve it. An entrepreneur in business is he who takes upon the risks of a business venture to create revenue. And so either way, you can apply the entrepreneurship thought process. So life happens, and I want to share with you this because we're in a situation with this pandemic. I'm like you, or maybe like you, but I'm ready for this thing to be over. And I'm apolitical, but I'm ready to be out there. I'm ready to fly to Puerto Rico and see my friends. I'm ready to go out and have a drink and invite friends and go out to dinner freely, unencumbered with masks, unencumbered with social distancing. But you know what? That's life. That's life. And a lot of people have been hit financially extremely hard with this pandemic. And I'm not going to say it's lack of preparedness, but it's lack of vision. Because it doesn't have to be a pandemic. It could be your company, your company's close the doors. I was just the other day at where was I? Bed Bath and Beyond, and they closed this store. And I asked the employees, I said, "What are you gonna do? You transferring to another store?" And they said, "Oh no, they only a handful of us got offered to transfer to another store." So I said, "So when did you find out about your store being closed?" And they said, "Well, we found out. We left Friday, and then we came back Monday morning, and that Monday they told us that they were closing the store. No notice. Obviously, the store stayed open for about 4 weeks, but pretty much they said we're closing. It wasn't like they gave them 2 or 3 months to look for a job or anything else or prepare. They just said we're closing." The same thing happened at another store, and this was a department store. And I asked the cashier as we were going out, I said, "So what are you going to do? You're going to transfer?" And she goes, "Oh, no, nobody was given the option to transfer. So everybody was terminated." Life happens. Another aspect is, what about if you have a family emergency? Somebody's health. Somebody needs help financially. Life happens. And you have to anticipate, you have to have vision. You have to have vision that life happens. And most things, money is not everything. And money is not the root of all evil. Love of money is the root of all evil. Money is a tool that you use to pay. Money is the tool that you use to pay your bills, to pay your mortgage, to pay your gas, to pay your food, to help family when they need help. You may think, well, I don't give my family money, but there are family members that you can, due to no fault of their own, something comes up and they need assistance. Wouldn't it be happy that you can just give them the money, not say, "I'm going to lend you the money. I need it back because I need this money for something else." That you can just simply write a check and say, "Here you go." Solve whatever you need to solve, right? And so that's what money does. It meets your needs, and it helps you help others. Helps you, donate philanthropically, and helps you donate to charity, and it helps you do a lot of things that otherwise you will not have it. It gives you the ability to help others that you otherwise will not have if you just were making enough money to survive. If you were just making enough money to take care of yourself, even if you were taking care of yourself very well, you couldn't help others. And the idea is that we should be helping others. And so anyway, in the other thing is I'm putting this thing called the think tank, right? That's the title now. The Sunday is going to become the think tank, not just a Sunday Facebook Live. And welcome to all the YouTube and Periscope people who are joining. And it's not just it's not just a let's get together and talk. So it's going to be called the think tank. And so join me, like the page, and let me know what is it that's on your mind. And the last thing that I want to share with you is just something that I heard somebody say, and I adopted it and I made a few changes. But keep in mind, the key to life is to have a why, to which when you wake up in the